been noticing the last few weeks I've been stumbling over my words or talking a bit quickly or mumbling.
There was a moment that I wanted to cut up.
Oh, here we go. What did I say? That one.
And I went...
I need to enunciate my words, is what Anna says all the time. Can you take that fucking vapor stick out of your nose? Fuck. How long? What? Okay, let's get through this already before we get into the episode. What is wrong with you?
I just got a cold.
And do you need to take the tampon with you everywhere?
Well, I haven't since we last recorded. I haven't left home.
No.
Just because I've got this to worry about today, and then the Saints on Saturday. So I can't MC from home.
Well, I wish you could. We could do it online. You've got the Saints game and you've got a cold. There's been a lot of interest around my hemorrhoid. I have, and people have wrote this in, anal fistula, which is not a Pornhub award. It is an infection of the anal glands, apparently.
An infection of
the anal glands.
Yeah,
that's why I get the hemorrhoids so often. Let's get on the app.
Hey guys, welcome to the Dan Does Footy podcast. You can find more of Dan Does Footy on the website, Spotify, YouTube, and social media. Lids off. See ya.
There was heaps of sick kids, and I was like, where are they? Kick him harder. Kick him all harder. Punch him in the face. Not bloody horizontally challenged, if you get what I mean. Boner. Tough crowd today. Should we say this is the line? If you don't hear the next bit, it's over the line? Okay, so if you don't hear the next bit, I've got over the line. Who's just walked past Punt Road? It dips in. Welcome back, everyone. Well, we are super pumped this round of football. Another just huge week of football. It's pretty much rivalry round. I don't know if that's an official round, but there are teams going against each other that just want to beat the shit out of each other. And I love it so much. It's going to be a great round of football. I've looked at it and it's very, very good. Now, there's a couple of snooze fests in there, but once again, we are watching the best game in the world. Weekend after weekend, and we are so lucky to do so. Welcome back to you, Ollie. You have a cold. Anything else you want to get off your chest before we start rolling into this thing?
No, other than phlegm, I'm pretty happy with everything at the moment. But I like that rivalry round. If they're like, that's a great concept, isn't it?
Do we have something where there is all rivals that go head to head?
Not really. This is not like an official one.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be bloody Collingwood versus the dentist.
Yeah, nice.
No.
I still think we need mascot round, like in terms of Saints versus Demons, Cats versus Dogs.
That would run real thin real quickly, though.
That'd be pretty funny.
Yeah, true.
Don't you reckon?
Yeah, it would
Lions and Tigers.
It's a lot of, and let's be, look, we're all friends here. It's rivalry around, which unofficially it is, but we're all friends, you know. I'm already getting a lot of hate mail from Collingwood fans. Guys, trust me, it's okay. I know you're angry at me. I haven't done anything. In fact, I even went down to training to say good luck to you guys today.
How did that go?
Not great. Not going great on X at all. X is a weird place. 3 things you can get on X.
Yep.
The news, which is something that you really want.
Inverted commas, but sure.
Porn.
Really?
There are heaps of just porn on there at the moment.
Okay.
And then just abuse is the third one. So getting a lot of abuse on there. And that's okay. It's okay to keep receipts because when I keep the receipts, I'll go back to ruffle the feathers. And everyone's like, oh, you hate Collingwood. No, I don't hate Collingwood. I have lots of Collingwood friends and we get along just fine. Now, we do have to change the way we speak to each other when we are talking in a group, you know, me, Carlton fans and Collingwood fans coming together, we change the way we speak.
Yeah.
You know, instead of saying, you know, please or thank you to the Collingwood fans, if I want a beer, can you please get me the beer? I go, tar? So you got to really dumb down the language so they can understand. Sure. Big words they don't really like. They do sometimes say premiership, and I go, let's not say that one.
Yeah.
Let's not say that one. But I get along just fine with you Collingwood fans. I can't wait to see you all on Friday night. I'm going to be going to the game. Excited. President's lunch.
Have you checked the menu out?
I haven't, but when the president calls you and says, we need you.
You pick up.
You pick up the phone. You just do. And I said, mate, this is what the boys want and what they need. Then I'll be there. So going there, taking my friend Joey to the game. He's turning 30, which is going to be great. And he's a bit weird as well. So yeah, he's the weird guy in the comments that always comments something weird if you see him.
Okay, Joey
Lopez, Gossip Girl Rocks, XOXO. That's his name.
I like that.
Ignore him. Let's get into today. $1 million fish has been snagged. NT and Sportsbet came together and said, listen, I want to run a competition to lure fishermen up north. Are you just getting up, are you? You're going to change the camera? Okay. Ollie's just got up, everyone, and just walking around the room. NT and Sportsbet came together to run this $1 million fish competition. Now, speaking of came before, apparently they released $80 million fish or $8 million fish, one or the other. There's a lot of fish in the sea, or in the Catherine River, rather, that have a lot of dollar tags on them. So you can either pull out a $10,000 fish, which has a tag, which is obviously $10,000, or the $1 million fish, and the $1 million fish got pulled out 2 days ago, from memory. 19-year-old Keegan Payne was fishing with his mate and his sister when he pulled out a 67-metre barra. Now, he didn't notice it at the time, but his sister was like, oh, there's actually something on the barra. Like, what is that? Sure enough, $1 million tag. A 19-year-old has $1 million.
That's unreal.
Unreal. He seems like a good kid as well. He said he wants to help his mum pay the mortgage, or his parents pay the mortgage, wants to buy himself a new car.
Okay.
And he's got 7 siblings, so he's going to look after them and plan a trip to America. But well done. Unreal. Great competition.
All from a fish?
Yeah. I need to go fishing up in Darwin, up in the NT, and go to Catherine River and start pulling out some fish. But that'd be so hard.
Do you like fishing?
There's $1 million on the line.
Yeah,
anything.
yeah,
Bloody
that's
hell.
true.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do anything for $1 million. Yeah, I need to go up there. We need to do that. We actually need to spend a weekend and go try and catch a barra.
I'd love that more than anything. I love fishing.
Yeah. When have you ever fished?
Twice. Growing up in Hobart, for starters.
Oh, yeah.
Salmon everywhere. And when I lived in Bermuda for a year, I had to catch fish to eat.
Did you?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's quite expensive there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you find yourself over there?
Yeah, I didn't get lost. I found myself.
You didn't. That's good. Just randomly, quickly, guys. Drake and Kendrick Lamar are having a rap battle, a diss battle. Have you heard about this?
Heard about it, but that's not my world.
Look, I'll be honest. I don't know really what's going on, but they really hate each other. And they keep releasing diss tracks. So I'm just on the sidelines watching it unfold. I listen to the songs. I don't understand any of the references. I have to go on TikTok to then dissect and understand what they're saying to each other. It's a long process, but it makes me want to release a diss track.
To anyone in particular?
I got a few, mate.
Really?
I have a few lined up straight away. Yeah.
In that world, or in your normal life?
Just in my world. I mean, I would never release a diss track to Drake. He'd be like, who are you? You know, it wouldn't make a lot of sense. So, I've got a few people I could pick off. Got a few people. Oh. Collingwood Magpies if we win Friday.
Yeah, number one. Give me two. Give me three. So the Magpie Army diss track.
We get cancelled if I say those names. Stephen Quartermain would be one up there.
Yeah.
Him. Who else? Ruffled my feathers.
Tammy.
Fucking Tammy. Yeah. She's still fucking banned from the show as well. The AFL has said there is going to be 15 night games in 2025. Well done to Thursday Night Football. It's the best. We all love Thursday Night Football. We hated Wednesday Night Football, but Thursday Night Football is just working. It's doing things. It's obviously bringing in cash for the AFL, so they want to keep it rolling. Thursday Night Football is now it's new primetime game. It's unreal. Yeah, I like it a lot. I know what that was. I don't have to tell you what that is. You already know where that's coming from. But I'm not going to explain where that dog noise is coming from. Speaking of things that we may or may not like, I put this to you, and Daniel wrote this in. When it pops up with how many goals or flags the commentator has won when they're commentating. So their name, 337 games for Richmond. He says, I don't like it at all.
From what? Okay. Yeah.
Because Kelly Underwood is just like Kelly Underwood.
Well,
sometimes fucks up.
Poor Kelly. No, the stitch up there is
sorry, what's in my head? Kelly Underwood. Sorry. Sorry. That was too easy.
Harsh. No, it'll just say host.
Yeah,
I because who knows what I might be doing in 10 years' time, Dan? I could be in that position, and that's what I would have, and I'd feel a little,
So
that'd hurt.
But why can't they all just be hosts? Why is two-time All-Australian, 1989 Brownlow medalist, Jared Healy, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
No, I don't mind it.
You like it?
It provides context.
But you know who it is. So you know that it's Gary Lyon. So you see Gary Lyon, I know that already. 245 goals? Okay.
Yeah, okay. There's no need.
Not really.
Are we punching down to the AFL audience for assuming we don't know who that person is?
I think what Fox Footy's trying to do there is make it seem impressive that these people are doing this.
Yeah.
We know we know it's the same old rollout every year commentary team. I'm with Daniel. I think that you like it, which is fine. I want you to like it if you like it.
Well, what I would prefer is to change that up each week, and so it's really unique stats about them. That would be good.
That'd be great. Like speaks German.
Yeah. And you go, oh, right.
John, so-and-so wears a gimp suit on Sundays.
Yeah, dietary requirements, that kind of thing.
Gluten intolerant, lactose intolerant.
You go, oh, right, that's
had diarrhea last week.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, not free balling tonight. That'd be great.
Which way is he sitting? Is he swaying to the left or the right?
Dermy doesn't know where he is.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Okay, I'm with you, Daniel. Hey, last week I put something up on the Instagram page. Braden Pruce running out to play the game. He does his hammy as he's launching himself off the ground to do an imaginary ruck tap. Turns around in front of the boys and said, "Nah, fellas, this ain't me today." And does his hammy. I was trying to think, have I ever done anything like that at all? I don't think I have. Someone also asked, when that happens, do you still, if that was an AFL game and you're on matches, do you still get the matchie?
Oh, that's a great question. You do. So when does the match day begin? Like in the morning, essentially?
Yeah, once you're selected in the team, it happens.
Right.
Yeah. And there was times when, I think I've said this before, that I took a hip injury or a hammy into a game knowing that if I got injured, I'd get the matches, I'd get paid still.
That's very clever.
Yeah, get matches. Yeah, am I in for one game? Okay. Play one game, get paid for 22.
Yeah.
It's foolproof for me.
That video you posted, though, was so funny, and I watched it that many times, and what I couldn't figure out, and this is why I've got a bit of a question mark over the whole thing, is I couldn't actually figure out when...
He did it?
When he did it, yeah, like, because normally it's, I don't know, like, maybe upon impact, or maybe...
I don't know. Well, it's like, we'll speak about it, Connor Rosee's hammy.
Yeah.
Man... He's playing. It's a fucking mind game. It's very smart. I rate it. Porter known to play mind games, but there is not a chance Connor Rosee plays his football game 6 days after doing a hamstring. And some people were physios in the comments. It's actually a hamstring strain, not a hamstring tear. Shut up. Shut up. You don't know. Don't be the commentators.
Fingers in the ears.
Fingers in the ear. Well, actually, he didn't do a hamstring tear. He did a hamstring strain. Actually, I'm Damien Barrett. Right? It's actually considered a hamstring strain. No, you don't know. You're not a physio. You're on the couch.
Yeah.
Just like I am. I was on the couch as well, and I was like, no way. I know as much as you guys. There is no way he can play. It's a mind game.
Yeah. What's minimum? Well, no, actually, you know what? Now we're speculating.
Now we're being like everyone else.
Yeah.
I just don't see how he does that.
Well, what we do know is no matter if it's a tear or a strain, what is it? What's the turnaround? 7 days?
7 days. It's a 6-day turnaround.
6-day turnaround. That's quick for no matter what. For your captain.
Again, Ferrari terminology, you don't get a puncture in your Ferrari tyre and think, fuck it, keep driving it.
No.
You pull over and call RACV.
Yep.
And say, I think I've got a hamstring strain.
What is it in SA? RSA?
RAA.
Sure, why not?
It is RAA. Stobie Poles as well.
Yeah, Stobie Poles, yeah.
I can't believe they picked him. I don't think he plays. He had no power last week. It's actually unbelievable. Now, if he does, which I just, again, no. If he has done something hamstring related, it would be, and here I'm going to get fourth SEN here, a neural hamstring.
Okay, talk to me.
So I used to do this flat out. When you think that you've done your hammy, but it's something in your back. That you like dislodge or you hit a nerve in your back and it sends referral pain to the back of your hammy. So you think you've done a hammy, but you really haven't. And I used to get that all the time. And the way he landed, maybe it could be that. Now, I don't know. I'm not a physio. but that's the only thing that I could possibly put together as to why they're happy to roll him out there.
And when that happens, is that considered... nowhere near as bad. Like that's just
it's in your back. It's on your hammy. It just shoots the pain down to your hammy as referral pain, thinking that you've done like a mid-belly hamstring.
Wow.
It's above my pay grade. Give it a strong tip. Now, we had a lot of discussion about Mabior Chol and me last week. A lot of the Hawks fans said that they would take me.
Did they really?
Up yours, mate.
Wow.
You laughed. You scoffed at me, mate, last week when you said that wouldn't happen.
Okay.
And he now got a week for striking Errol Goulden. And I just feel like the Hawks could have got him off.
Yeah.
They could have said, you know what? Nah, we'll go fight you. But they really, it was like a, you could imagine him going into the rooms being like, oh, guys, I think I want to contest it. I didn't really hit that hard. They're like, no, it was really bad.
Yeah.
No. I think if we go, you get 3 weeks. So we'll just take the 1 week, man. Yeah, I don't want to risk that one at all. Well, I think we're lucky to get a week, actually. So just take a week off. Poor Mabior. I'll back him into the heels because that's what we do here. But the Hawks fans are tired.
Yeah.
And they're tired of everything at the moment.
That's fair.
What else happened? Rory Sloane retired. Such a good retirement speech. He loves that footy club. He is embedded deeply into that football club. Yeah. He is the blood, sweat and tears around the joint.
Yeah.
His speech was so good. You can tell that. I love when, like, I didn't really have that connection to football where it meant a lot, and maybe because I didn't play a lot of games or I just didn't really honestly care enough. But when a bloke gets up there and struggles to speak, that's when it's like, whoa, this is special. He was such a good player. I remember when we played him more Gold Coast, playing Adelaide, when he'd come up or we'd go down to Adelaide and play, the focus was always Rory.
Yeah.
It was Rory. He's a wrecking ball. He is hard as a cat's head, and if it's the ball is in the middle between you and Rory, you have two options. Fucking clench your teeth or get the fuck out the way.
Wow.
But that's how much we respected him.
That's
such
incredible.
a good man.
Yeah, and also it was a reminder for me when watching that speech as to, you know, okay, there's no comparison here yet with him and Harley Reid, but I was thinking about Harley Reid, thinking,
Same.
you know, like the worrying about an interstate team picking an interstate kid and going, oh, he's just going to leave. But I was watching that speech from Rory being like, he is the most perfect ambassador for a club like West Coast to be like, look, if we wrap our arms around him and just believe in our city, you know, the city of Adelaide, for example, with Rory, like he loves that joint. I don't know his family well enough. Not well enough. I don't know his family at all.
No.
But I can't picture him in Melbourne again. Or in Victoria. Like, he's an Adelaide kid.
That was the big thing he said. He said obviously about how he wanted to play football, and there was a couple of things that he wanted to be as a footballer, and it was like his dad told him that you want to finish your career knowing that you're a good bloke.
Yep.
And that you played hard football, hard contested footy. He ticked those off. But then he also went on to say, I am so glad I came to Adelaide. This club, I'll forever be indebted to the club because the on-field stuff is one thing, and we had some success there, and I went through some bad times. But when my life was in some really shit areas and stuff was happening, the club was there as well. And that's what's really special about this joint. So to your point, Harley Reid and the West Coast should now be angling like, okay, your on-field will look after itself. The off-field, we're going to set you up.
Yeah.
We're going to wrap our arms around you and support you so that you don't want to leave this joint.
I just think it's a reminder for all clubs out there. Like, don't be scared about, you know, picking that kid from Melbourne in the you know, fear that he's going to go home. Because if you can set up the right infrastructure.
Yeah. True. Mateus, Philippou, you'd be happy about this?
The poo.
Great young kid.
Yeah.
I don't know him. Do you know him? Have you dubbed him up yet?
No, I haven't dubbed. No.
Have you given him a little?
Yeah, I've
wink
given them all a bit of a wink, and certainly a message.
Who's not giving you anything? Who's playing hard to get with you?
Who's playing hard to get? Ross. I've winked at Ross and he didn't give me a lot.
So Ross and Eric Banner are playing real hard to get with you.
Which, to be fair, if they're the two people playing hard to get for me, I'm like, well, look.
Isn't Ross Lyon just taking the piss of the media now? I love his media interactions. He doesn't give a single fuck about anything to do with the media.
No, he's a genius.
Yeah. He's playing mind games with the media.
Yeah.
I love the way he's gone about it. He seems like, or I think we all said this a couple of years ago, that he's chilled out a bit. He's not like Ross the boss, angry Ross. He's just like letting it all go and letting the boys be free and play how they want to play. But Mateus.
Yeah, he's super exciting. He's honestly, he's really flying the flag for, you know, a little bit of hope there, you know, for the next generation. But it just also proves like a really decent draft class so far that we've seen from his crop. But yeah, he's done some great things, and probably maybe a little bit of attention has moved away from the likes of him, you know, with, you know, like a Darcy Wilson coming in. But this just proves like he's on a really, really decent trajectory.
True. Him and Mitch Owens up forward is dangerous, along with King. I think I know we've had our fun with Saints about not rocking up, but you put those three next to each other and then like you add the likes of Sinclair and Higgins won't play, but like Sinclair moving the ball, those guys, and Higgins crumbing off those three. It's pretty impressive.
I also forget how tall Mitch Owens is. I don't know what it is about him, but he doesn't strike me as a really, really tall guy.
And strong.
And super strong.
Strong to play in the, because when he plays in the ruck, he holds his own in there. So I think he's got like that Cripper height, like, you know, deceptively tall. And then you see him in the flesh and like, holy shit, that's like a ruckman size.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, the Saints will be okay. They're going to, they've got an absolute fucking bye this week, but they'll be okay if they keep locking down these young kids. The debutant phone calls, we have Dan Curtin making his debut. Mm-hmm. And there's a phone call video. And we all know how I feel about those videos. I despise them. It's fucking Auskick and debut phone calls for neck and neck for things I hate the most at the moment. But I thought it'd be good if like maybe you and I role play.
Yeah.
So like if I was a dad, because the reactions are always, I think they're becoming less and less like they're actually catching the parents in the zone of them at work. Like, oh mate, like I'm at work. What do you want?
Yeah.
I think they're becoming more and more like that instead of like the, oh my God, what? No, that's awesome. Like it's becoming a lot more not as what the club expected.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe you play the role of my son.
Yeah.
And you're telling me the news that you're playing this week.
Okay.
And I'll give you like a realistic what I would do because I'm in the real world.
And do you want me to do it the way that they do it as well?
Yeah. Go.
All right. Okay. Ring, 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 ring.
Oh, my fucking kid's calling me.
But then they always go to the media team. He's probably at work.
Yeah,
They look up.
I'm at fucking work. This fuckwit's calling me.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, mate. What's up?
Just at the club at the moment.
Yeah.
How you going?
Good. Just on the tools. So what can I do for you?
Are you and Mum doing anything this weekend?
We do have a swingers party that we're going to, but other than that, we're pretty free.
Well, if you can move that, we might have to get you down to Melbourne because I'm playing this weekend.
Oh, who are you playing?
North.
That's not in the that's in the graveyard, is it?
It's 4:35, I think. But yeah, I'm playing.
Mate, you wouldn't believe it. The Blues game is on the same time. And I don't know if I'm going to... You want to ask maybe Ross if you can play the week after?
Well, no, I'm debuting, but I just thought just wanted to thank
All
you
right.
as well for
Yeah, look,
driving me
mate.
to footy practice and all that, all those
Nah,
years.
all good. You know, I did hope one day you'd make it so you could obviously pay us back for the petrol money. So, look, mate, I am happy for you, and I'll ask your mum if you can move that swingers party, and we'll be there.
Don't swear because they're filming this.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, at the club.
Okay, well, we're very proud of you, mate. We'll see you maybe. The Blues are on. I can't do anything about it.
All right.
Thanks,
no
mate.
worries. Thanks,
Bye.
Dad. Love you.
Was he happy?
No, he seemed pretty pissed off.
It's like, I think something bad's going to happen in one of those.
Oh, totally.
But it get worse and worse.
Well, I love the idea of how, you know what the perfect response would be is about fucking time.
Yeah.
Why haven't he should have been picking you this entire
You've
time.
had 30 in the VFL the last 5 weeks. No shit.
Oh, yeah, it's actually all good,
Thanks,
Dad.
Dad.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
Or they pick up, this fucking asshole had a bad day at work. What do you want?
Oh, rubbing it in, are you? Rubbing it in while I'm at work. You know, I've just started.
You know I've got a new job. Something came across my desk. On my desk. Things come on and off.
Ooh.
Little sprinkle. Joe Danaher out of Brisbane. Out of contract in 2025. I'm hearing offers are coming left, right and centre for him, bringing him back to Melbourne. I'm hearing...
No. A return back.
Yeah. Back to the Dons.
I mean, for a neutral, I'd love to see it. How cool would that be?
Be very cool. I'm hearing it. It's getting stronger and stronger, those whispers. Whispers go orange.
Well, Whispers, if you're a footy team out there, say he wants to come back to Melbourne, how much do you throw at him? Is he
with the new...
pretty much everything?
With the cashola coming in next year that we know everyone's getting paid, you'd be paying him 1.4.
Okay.
Yeah, 1.4 to get him. 1.4 to get him out of his last year at Brizzy.
Yeah.
And then to sign him for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. It's a fair amount.
Yeah. Well, they've got the money to do so. I feel like St Kilda always are in the running for fucking everyone.
Well, since Rui left, we've got that
Cash. We're still in
sweet
North, but
chest.
North can't keep it. Even with LDU being out of contract, apparently they're going to throw a massive contract at him to keep him,
Yeah.
which they have the war chest to do so.
I think that they'd be probably better off just spreading it a bit thinner across a few people.
Yeah,
but,
maybe we don't pay like Larky and LDU.
Yeah.
Maybe pay some other boys who can
Yeah.
be semi-decent. Hey, this thing just was so funny. DJ Shitboy.
Oh.
So nicknames have now taken off. People love DJ Shitboy. People also loved you calling Sam Darcy Tin Dick. We're not really sure what that means, but it's your own personal nickname with him.
Pretty sure I said he was teething.
No, everyone heard you say Sam Darcy as a tin dick. Not really sure what it means, but I asked and I threw it out there. I want to hear your best nicknames.
Yep.
Now, a couple of things here. I've had some horrible nicknames. Diesel, because I wore like a diesel jacket once on the Gold Coast.
Can I just say, guys don't forget that sort of shit.
Yeah,
Like
horrible.
you wore it once.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's it. I love it.
Big Red Shed,
Yep.
which doesn't make any sense. I hate that one so much. Sushi Chest. Now, that was not even about me. We had a guy that worked at the Suns, and the rumor was that he was dating someone else in the staff.
Right.
And that one night they had a date night and she walked in the hotel room and he was laying down the bed with sushi on his chest and made her eat it. And they're like, oh, you look like him. He had red hair. So they started calling me Sushi Chest. So that was one. On the Goldie, they also called me the Exorcist.
Oh.
Yeah. Show up to a bar, drink all the spirits.
Now that's good.
Yeah.
That's
also the
really
beer
good.
Exorcist. Call me the beer Exorcist. I'll do that at the corner on Friday. I'll
Yeah.
be there. Oh, yeah.
It's actually very funny. I like
Yeah,
that.
that was some of my nicknames. Now, we threw it out there, so give us your best nicknames. So many of them just were not podcast airworthy. Like, they're just so awesome. I loved them, but would just get us cancelled straight away.
Can I just say for people listening as well, it's got to be pretty bad to not be podcast appropriate.
Because
there's kind of no rules.
And guys, I love you so much. I really do. But just some of them were just like, I cannot make that public.
Yep.
So these are the best of what I think are on the line and able. Lewis, $11. We called someone. That was the value of the total coins he could fit in his foreskin. So that's the line. That's where we're at. So that is the line. Think about how many were over the line that I couldn't put in.
Yeah. I just want to know what current, like, was it $1, $2, 50-cent coins? But okay.
$5 notes.
Yeah.
Two $5 notes and a $1. And 2 50 cents. It was all 50-cent coins.
It was all 50 cents. Okay, $11.
All right, $11.
I like it.
Okay. What's a fot? Our mate ended up in the medical tent at Falls one year, wrapped in foil, so we call him Kebab.
Yeah, good.
That's very good.
Yep.
Ewan Fletcher, a good mate of mine had a huge good mate of mine had a huge underbite and a chin. We nicknamed him Chin Diesel.
Yeah.
Pretty clever. Clever. Brendan, a guy I know lost his thumb in a work accident and was then called Pringle Thief by everyone.
Yeah, very good.
It took me. Do you know how long that took me at home to be like Pringle Thief and then do that?
No, that's good. I like it.
Alex, this one came through a couple of times, but Alex got there first. We call our mate Shitballs because he wipes from back to front. Awesome. Chugger, I had a bloke who worked for me and I called him Seaweed because he just bobbed around and did fuck all.
That's it.
Seaweed's very good.
Seaweed's really good.
We got to call a player Seaweed.
Yeah.
Yeah, who
Okay,
could be
that's
Seaweed?
mission after this
mission.
weekend.
Find a player we can call Seaweed, everyone.
Seaweed's really good.
This is a lot of people. Anyone who walks with a limp or possibly has a leg shorter than the other, which I actually do. I have one leg. My left is longer than my right. Things to do with my hips.
Okay.
So you can call me this if you want. Anyone with one leg shorter than the other, we call Sniper's Nightmare.
Yeah, good.
That's me.
Yeah.
I actually have a limp. I walk with a limp, which isn't good. The obvious one, a lot of people said this through. Foreskin disappear when things get hard.
Mm-hmm.
People said we should call Collingwood fans this. Now, that was actually not me. I would never call Collingwood fans that.
No.
Not up. And Friday,
Never.
I won't call them that either. No way. Not if they lose, no way. Owen, we call my mate Lettuce. His real name was Dennis, but the coach misheard him, so we call him Lettuce from now on.
Yeah, excellent.
That's pretty good. And Brad, Platypus, boss's son, protected species.
Yep.
Yeah. That's like the AFL. You can call a few people, like a Dangerfield's platypus.
He's a platypus.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
Platypus.
Oh, I'm so envious. I've always wanted
All those
a nickname.
names.
They're so good.
What's your nickname?
Never really had one.
No. Tindick.
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 Tindick I'd have. Yeah, no, I don't know.
Nothing's ever stuck with you, really?
Been able to get anything.
420 blaze up.
Yeah, hashtag 420 blaze
Yeah,
up.
420.
I couldn't think of.
420.
I don't know anyone with a good nickname. I think that this is. A few people have got this, but I did play footy with someone called NASA.
Yeah, we said that. Good space.
Yeah, good in space, but that's like
Yeah, right.
No, I need
Fair
more nicknames in our life.
Yeah, but yeah. Kiko, we love that. So well done, everyone, for sending those through. Thank you so much. Let's get in the round preview right now. The round where teams fucking hate each other, supporters can't stand each other, and they're all meeting at the same place to just beat the shit out of each other. Now, we don't condone violence in the crowds, but on the field, beat the shit out of each other. Showdown, Blues v Pies, the Derby, Sydney Derby, Battle of the Bridge, has been renamed because they don't like the bridge terminology, and the Q Clash this week.
That's so Sydney, isn't it?
So Sydney, we actually can't do that because people from they said that they wanted to rename it because people from the West we don't travel over that bridge, so it doesn't make any sense. That's why they're
and
doing
Sydney's also on the west side of the bridge
it.
anyway.
No,
and,
mate,
we're just going for alliteration.
It's just
here.
a name for the game.
Yeah.
Let's get into tonight, Thursday night football, showdown, 55. Both teams coming in a showdown with 27 wins each, which is crazy, unheard of. They are neck and neck for showdown wins. Adelaide, $2 for Port Adelaide, $1.81. The line is 2.5. And these two teams generally fucking hate each other. You know what it's like in Adelaide.
Yeah.
Hate each other.
No, if you can ever get to a showdown, it's one of the great home.
It's a real.
It's awesome.
I'm going to put up there with it's the biggest rivalry in terms of hate, like genuine hate.
Genuine hate, yeah.
Two-team town.
Yeah.
There's been so many incidents. Pickett on Biglands, the fight at the Ramsgate.
Yes.
So many things happen. Like they disdain for each other.
And it's a new school hate as well. Like if you look at Collingwood versus Carlton, it's like, well, generations have sort of come and gone, and we don't. Collingwood might not have been good at the same time as Carlton, but
funny you say that. Adelaide is like the older, more successful brother of the family that the family's proud of.
Yep.
And Port is like the rebel young brother that's a bit rough but loves a fight. And then when they do get pulled up, the family changes the subject.
Yeah.
Like that's how people view it in Adelaide. You're either like Adelaide Crows, Pride South Australia, or like, can't a pair. Like, want to fucking fight, mate? Where's me fucking vape? Like that's the way they are, but I love it. And I love, as I said, that the power of playing mind games. I think it's just a great little seed of doubt to plant over there in the Adelaide camp. They don't have a Lear, which is obviously going to be a big blow down back, and Pal Pepper is out as well. And Adelaide, they're just lurking again. They should have had another win. The umpires screwed them over again against Essendon. The last 3 weeks have been really good, and I like that they have, well, I don't like because he's retired, but the emotion of Rory in this game. Sorry.
I actually can't believe you've done that.
It's the hemorrhoid. It slipped out.
So why does the hemorrhoid mean that you
Because it
have
hurts
to
to hold
fart?
it in. It feels good. The air, did that pick it up? Did you pick it up then?
Yeah, no, I heard it.
The air feels good through it. That's gross. Dan Curtin, we said a debut, and Adelaide.
Moving on. Yep.
Yeah. Just sweep that under the carpet. Dan Curtin, as we said, is going to debut, and Adelaide, remember, trade up in the draft to get him at pick 8. Mm-hmm. So they said, no, we want him. Are you laughing at my fart still?
I can just smell it a bit. That's all.
Oh, it does smell like. It smells like a mix of lotion and shit over here. And I'm marinating in it. They're throwing him the deep end and saying, we'll debut you. How's a showdown sound?
Sure.
Do you like just getting beat up? Showdowns for you then. But for the Power, they haven't been pretty, but they've been finding ways to win. Mm-hmm. Just find a way to win. Hasn't been a pretty month at all for them. And their forward line is, when I look at this game, the thing that could get them over the line. Like with Dixon up there, Marshall, Georgiades. I like that against an Adelaide backline, which I'm not really sure they have like a key defender they could keep those three in particular under wraps.
Just got to kick straight. They really struggled last week. That first quarter in particular really struggled with. But I don't often see too many games where that are like that. This is Port. Yeah, like against St Kilda, they should have put them away by about 10 goals in the first quarter alone. So if they can kick straight, but we're very, very lucky, aren't we? Because if this showdown was 3-4 weeks ago, like when I wanted it in gather round, probably a pretty average matchup.
It would have been,
but now.
So now we're saying don't do showdowns in gather round. I'd still like it in the gather round. I think that'd be cool for the city.
Yeah, just by happy chance now Adelaide have kind of clawed back and not level, but it's more entertaining.
It's also an Adelaide home game, so there's no never tear us apart, which is so intimidating. That's the most intimidating thing in football.
Yep.
I think. A sold-out Port Adelaide crowd with scarves over their head.
And will Rory, do you think, do a lap? He'll do.
I'd say so. He would do that. So I'm going to actually pick the Crows.
I like it.
Now they're in the. Who are you going for? Sorry,
I'm going for the Crows.
Yeah, I think the Crows get them.
Yeah,
I think they're just playing better footy. The emotion, home game, showdown. They always find something for the showdown, no matter where they are on the ladder. So I'm picking the Crows. Okay, Friday night. You know what it is? Business trip to the G.
The only BT for you.
Yeah, Mikey. And tapping on because I like to stick to the law. Briefcase and a suit on, and I'm taking 4 points or a big L in a briefcase in there, and I'm going to open up and say, this is what we've got. Carlton, $1.73. Collingwood, $2.12. The line is now 4.5, and this is a big rivalry. It's always big. Now, the showdown I said is bigger because the disdain for those two teams is really there. This is more of a traditional rivalry. But given where both these teams are at right now, over the last couple of years, coming off a flag for the Pies, baggers think they can generally win a flag. Friday night is huge in terms of the season and for the confidence of both groups. The G will be rocking, and you'd think we'd get 95,000 lunatics there.
None less.
Think about where you want literally the craziest, best people in the world on a Friday night. Go to the MCG. You find them. There'll be 95,000 people there. There's nothing like it. And for people who haven't been to this game, and there's a lot of people that aren't Collingwood and Carlton supporters, there is nothing like walking to the G on this rivalry game.
Oh, I'd love to experience it. But
And it's actually, like, we obviously hate it, but it's actually good to banter with them.
yeah, totally.
I'll ruffle some feathers. Fuck it.
Big time.
I'll ruffle some real feathers. I can't wait. So it's going to be great. The 29th Peter Mac Cup. And while I said we do hate each other, we do come together to raise money for cancer research. Now we know that Doc had his battle with his testicular cancer and is doing some great things now to raise awareness. And the Peter Mac Foundation does some great things with the money they get from donations to help with cancer research. So if you can donate, please do that. We recently, I don't know if anyone else has gone through this as well, I hope not because it's horrible, had a family member pass away with cancer last year. His name was Brano and his godfather. And it is a horrible thing to watch someone you love wilt away and rot, really. And literally, in this case, die before your eyes. So if you do or know someone who has battled with cancer and you have a spare dollars to donate, please do so because it's a great cause, and the more research we can put into these things, the more our loved ones and the people we care about can stick around. In saying that, fuck the Pies. In saying that, big stretch of games here for the Blues. This will now set up their season. It's literally make or break of, are we going to try and claw our way into the 8 after this stretch of 4, or are we riding it up to our eyeballs?
It sets an intention in a pretty big way. Either way.
Great call, Ollie. This is an intention. That's fucking awesome. This is a game where you show your intentions.
Yep.
No DeGoey and Mitchell, which is going to hurt the Pies. Chera and McGovern potentially come back in, and they're really missing Chera and McGovern.
Yeah.
So 2 big ins. But I love that. I think the Pies win this, and people say, right back on for premiership again in the hunt. And if the Blues win it, the same conversation, I guess, okay, they're legit this year.
Yeah.
Like it's different last year. They are really legit.
Yep.
Lots of chatter we know about last week with the Pies, and if they were the team or the same team that they were last year, the draw didn't help them. I think if you're a Pies person, you walk away from that game going, felt like a loss. So regardless of who's in and out, we know that, DeGoey and Mitchell won't play, but the Pies are always going to be dangerous.
Yeah.
Like they're always in every game, and sure, they give up a 6-goal lead at quarter time.
For fun?
Don't care. Do it for fun. So they don't care at all how far down they are. They'll always come back. Now, I'm not your coach. I'm not even a fan of your team. But I would suggest don't give the other team 6 goals. No. Oh, yeah. Actually, maybe you guys should give the team 6 goals. Yeah. Actually, it's a hamstring strain.
No, I think.
Maybe you should. Maybe you guys should give the Blues a 6-goal head start. That'd be awesome. The Blues defense, very leaky. Very leaky. 100 points in the last 3 weeks. So they are just leaking like the Titanic at the moment. You sent me a funny meme about Titanic.
Yeah. I cried at Titanic last week, actually.
You did? You watched it and you cried?
Watched it, cried all night.
Fossey came out after the Geelong game and said, we are so far below our own standards that we need to get back near it. And that was a real message to his group. The press conference message to the playing group. We love that. And I want to see, we know that the Pies are going to do their thing. They're good. They've won a flag. They're obviously very good. They're going to be in the game regardless of how far down they are. They're going to be dangerous throughout the whole game. But if you're a blue bagger or the Blues, you want to come out and you want to beat the living shit out of them, and not a pissy 5-point win, not a foot, like let's get a 20, 30-point win.
Yeah.
So putting my bias aside and looking at this game, Carlton by 80 points. Carlton to destroy. No, I think Carlton win by 13 points.
13. Okay.
Who are you going for?
No, I prefer that. I'm pretty comfortable with, I'm going to go like maybe 20 points to the Blues. Not 80.
Oh, so you're on the Blues as well?
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah. No.
Great.
Hey, mate, I was singing the song a couple of weeks ago.
You were. You're all about it.
You know I'd love to be there, but obviously couldn't get me tickets again.
Well, yeah, true. I can't get anyone to. I was trying to get
that's all
my mates. Yeah.
And you're going to miss out as well because on Friday I'm dyeing my hair, so I could have rocked up.
Sorry? Why don't you start with that when we're doing the intro and the ad lib and lubing everyone up?
Well, because it's just, for me, that's just what I do.
So hold on. You should have put this in the lube section.
Okay.
What hair, how, what are you doing with
blonde,
it?
going blonde.
You're going all blonde. You should shave it.
Well, I might do that later.
Yeah, why blonde?
I just think I look better blonde.
Have you ever been blonde before?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like a Rory Lobb blonde?
No, like...
Or you're getting tips?
No,
streaks?
doing full head balayage.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
cool.
So like a sort of... It'll kind of look Ginnivan-like.
Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah, I rate that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. When are you doing that, Friday?
Friday, so I could have rocked up, with blonde hair, but that's all right.
Yeah, right. Jeez. What time are you doing that?
3 o'clock.
Oh, that'd be a 2-hour job.
Yeah.
I was going to say come to the corner for a beer, but you'll be in the chair, won't you?
I'll come beforehand.
Mate, I'll be there. Saturday, Battle of the Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
The winner can only use Sydney's bridges. It's cool, and let's call the Derby now. I don't like the Derby. Battle of the Bridge was so much better.
Yeah.
I think it was unofficially always the Battle of the Bridge. I think we coined it Battle of the Bridge as fans.
Yeah.
And then they were like, no, we can't. We don't like it anymore.
Well, hang on. What else is in Sydney? So you've got tunnels. It could be the
You can't. Expensive way of
turmoil
living.
yeah.
Rental prices getting fisted up the arse with rental prices. So,
Man, I don't live in Sydney.
So aggressive, over the top. I'm passionate about Sydney's rental prices.
Yeah, we've never lived there. And that's why.
Yeah,
leak?
mate, I know, mate.
Did you just leak again?
There's
Did I
a
hear?
few things I'm passionate about, mate. The Blues and Sydney's fucking rental prices.
Hey, I get it.
I hate it. I hate it, mate.
Okay.
Jeez, so sorry. GWS $2.04, Swans $1.81, line 2.5. Hey, we've got flip of the coins here.
Mm-hmm.
A game of flip of the coins and just teams that hate each other. All eyes now. Before I say this, yes, did we get a media email about stop talking about the Wixie stuff?
You didn't tell me this. Did we?
So all eyes will be on if the boys get around Wixie.
Yeah.
That's the big thing. There's a lot of talk. There's a lot of rumours going around. The Swans come out and said they don't like it. Stop talking about media. Now we know that something's happened. So I'm going to be looking at Wixie and that first goal. I want to see something. That'll dictate how this game's going to go for Sydney.
Can we get someone designated to just be on Wix Watch?
Yeah.
Just the whole game. Like if you're at the game, you'd just be on Wix Watch.
I'll be at the pub, so I can be. Oh, geez, I'll be bloody. I'll be on Beer Watch, but I can be on Wix Watch as well.
You're not you're not coming to watch me MC?
Fuck no.
Okay.
God no.
No worries.
God no.
Would have
I
done
know.
it for you,
I'll
but
be
that's
on Wix
fine.
Watch. I'll try and be
Cool.
on Wix Watch to the best of my abilities. But
Okay.
after a 6 beers, Daddy gets a bit silly. So we'll see. Sam Taylor back, Cogs back, Toby back. Sam Taylor came out and said, hey, these guys, they run their mouths.
Mm-hmm.
They run their mouths out there and let me at them. I want them. I love that. And you can just know Horse has put that to the boys.
Oh yeah.
And said, this guy, look what listen, that's what he said about you. He thinks you guys talk your mouth. Go and use that as ammo. Put it in your gun and use it as ammo. The MRO will be busy this game. I think there's going to be some fisticuffs. Some real fisticuffs. So just flying around, fines everywhere, left, right, and centre, spot fires. Again, rivalry game. They hate each other. They're both, Sydney's second, Giants the third.
Yeah.
So gloves are off.
It's got the potential. If we can find out, I'd love to figure out like what rounds collected the most MRO reports.
Yeah.
This has the potential to
This
break
literally,
that.
yeah, you're right. This could be tribunal. This would be David Zeta's worst nightmare this
Oh,
round.
he's going to have that many tins outside that many doors.
David Zeta could be sitting in his room. There he goes, watches the tribunals with so much schnitz.
Yeah.
Just days of schnitz.
Snits.
Snits.
Yeah. Does he watch it like NFL Red Zone? Do you think he just
Sees
have,
everything.
Like
Poor bloke.
17.
Poor bloke. Yeah, David Zeta could be flat out this round. I think Sydney get him.
Ooh, I'm on Giants this week.
I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, it is a flip of the coin. As you
It's
said.
a literal. I don't know. The vibe says Sydney to me, but I don't know. I know it's gonna be the best game of the round.
Really?
That is, yeah. That's the
Wow.
best game of the round. Here we go. Fucking hell. It actually makes me feel gross to even talk about. St Kilda versus North Melbourne in the pre-prime time slot. Saints $1.13. North $6. North $6.05. The line is 36.5. Saints fans are nervous because they actually could lose to the bye here. It's the bye, essentially.
No.
The game's going to be terrible, and I feel bad for the 6 people that go watch it. At a non-sold out Marvel.
I can neither
Give me
confirm
your
nor
thoughts
deny.
before I get into them and start tearing this game apart. Are you excited for this game?
I'm pumped because we're going to win. We're going to smash them.
True.
Absolutely. I think, this is going to be not going back to what we said about Carlton Collingwood. This isn't probably an intention setter, but it's pretty close to it because if St Kilda go out there and really dominate, this is just exactly what we need. It couldn't have come at a better time. But, yes, as a Saints fan, you're always slightly nervous.
Because the Saints are dangerous to North in this game and themselves.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah, no, look, I think it's going to be I think this is pretty convincing. I mean, the prices speak for themselves there, but...
we got the King back?
King back.
That's different. Jack Sinclair out.
Yeah.
Jack Higgins out.
Jack Higgins, and he's been, really our forward line this
Pop-up.
year.
Yeah, no pop-up sprinkler.
Yeah.
Real pop-up as well.
Yeah.
So I think you've summed it pretty well. It doesn't, when North get the ball, they have no idea what to do with it.
No.
And the Saints... I mean, they haven't made it easy to pick the Saints over the last couple of weeks, like the way they're playing football. I mean, they were very competitive last week, and maybe that is a turning point of Ross, the boss, just getting into them and ticking them over and, throwing the magnets around, and they looked like they embraced it last week. Going into new roles. They were in it to their eyeballs in the last 2 minutes against Port. So, guess who's back? Jimmy.
Web, just what?
Yeah, no, I knew you just. Yeah, I did that.
Yeah,
Jimmy, elbows. Webster's back. Does he come back to finish the job?
I don't know about that, Daniel.
No.
I do remember at the time when we heard the exact length of his ban, I thought, okay, so when does he get North Melbourne?
Do you reckon he comes back straight in?
There's no reason to suggest why not. I haven't really been tracking his...
As a Saints fan, because I don't know, is he he's like walk-up start or not?
Only because that position is not really challenged. Like, do you know what I mean? Like he's
or enforcer.
Yeah, no, as in like he's not our best player by any means, but generally speaking, if he's fit,
you pick him.
Then we're picking him.
Yeah, right. Okay. Jack Sinclair, how's he going out of his mullet? I feel like he's a different player since he got rid of the mullet.
Yeah, he's more business orientated rather than flair.
Oh, he's doing business trips out there.
Yeah. So he's still racking up possessions, but he's just not doing it in that like sexy, really obvious way.
Yeah, true. Flying off half-back, lacing him out. Yeah, I think that's
so.
more...
Don't worry about him. He's still doing it.
Maybe Miller's role has actually hurt him.
Possibly.
Because they're giving the ball to him because he is so good by foot.
But thank God, because we can't rely on one player.
No, but also a good problem to have if you're a Saints fan.
Totally.
Do you want poison in Jack or poison with Miller?
Yeah.
We'll cut you both ways.
Exactly.
It's no-brainer here. I'm not touching the rules of the fucking 50-foot pole. I do think that they'll get someone still. I think they'll have to win a game this year. They're going to scalp someone. It won't be this game, but again, in saying that, it wouldn't surprise me if the Saints do lose this. So that's probably the Saints could turn into frauds here and lose it.
I mean, unfortunately, season's probably done if that's the case. Like, absolutely, irrefutably.
Yeah.
But no, I'm going to Saints.
I'm picking the Saints, but nothing would surprise me here.
Okay, so that's fair enough.
Okay, this will be another great round of just unreal games, ladies and gentlemen. Melbourne v Geelong. In the new prime time, they're calling it, the 4:30 slot is turned into the biggest prime time slot going around. Melbourne, $2.04, Geelong $1.81. The line again is 2.5, people. The red hot Geelong Cats, Chris Scott and his boys, 7-0. Come to the G again and don't look like slowing down. What's in your hand?
No, nothing's in my hand. I was just going to put my hand up like in class. I think this is 7:30.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Your games are 4.
We've got the prime time.
That's why I was confused because they're never in
time.
it. Yeah, that's why. Okay, sorry, everyone. This is 7. There's 2 7 o'clock games.
30.
Still, this year for the Geelong,
Yep.
they have not had one player have 30 touches in a game.
That is just
crazy. So I think the moral and the moral story and the key thing in all this is to keep your mids on ground, just run them hard, tick them over constantly off the ground, and keep their touches under 30 and you win.
Wow.
Keeping them fresh. There's got to be something in that now.
Yeah.
The way they're doing their midfield.
It's incredible when stats just confuse me sometimes because how misleading could that stat be?
Yeah.
If you hadn't watched a game all season and just saw that stat, you'd be thinking, ooh.
They're getting smoked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
And Melbourne, I mean, in the last 8 quarters, they've probably played a good half. They got smacked by Brisbane, which we know they came off 3 games in 13 days or something.
Yeah.
They were very just tired and it looked like they were crawling to the bye. They came out and stunk it up for the first half against Richmond last week, then turned on in the second half, really only because Max Gawn got them going. Petrarca has only averaged 23 touches for the last month of footy. Normally he's up around that 26 mark and kicking goals and looking dangerous. He doesn't look like he's doing those kind of things to this point this season. And the Cats just impressed me. Seeing them for a full game against I like to think, decent opposition, what they did was just that slingshot movement scares me. I don't think that slingshot combined with what the Ds have up forward, I think it's a bad mix for the Ds.
Okay, right.
Yeah. I think the Ds...
So what would you need to counteract that then?
The Ds want to set up and play a slow ball movement, so lever and make and float over the one another and intercept and then go from there. Chip it and go and build their offense from there. But the way the Cats play, you don't have time to set up. Yeah. They are at you at 100 miles an hour and out the back of you, so you're actually turning away from your goal, where the D's defense want to be facing their way, slow it up, May's coming over, Lever's coming over. The Cats won't let you do it. Yeah. The way they play, where they get all their numbers up to inside half the ground and then fly off half back, you can't really set up for that. And if you do, then they'll pick you off with little chip kicks through the middle and build up.
Yeah, okay.
So it's a dangerous way to live. They're just a good team. A very good. I keep saying it's so obvious they're a good team, but a lot more impressive than what I thought.
Yeah.
Tom Stewart is back. Danger, we know, is out for 4 to 6 weeks. And you'd think, just looking at this on paper, the D's mids have the upper hand. But again, the Geelong Cats just have that cat in them. They keep finding ways to score and keeping the opposition down, score-wise as well. So I think the Cats.
Jeez, can I just say that all blew me out of the water. I was very quiet there. That made a lot of sense. That was very impressive.
Oh, really? Did you like that?
That was bloody good.
Thanks, everyone. So now I'm confused about what I said.
You sort of Rain-Manned it there a little bit. You weren't really...
Yeah, I really designed then. I was like, I was seeing things in magnets on whiteboards. It kind of felt like an out-of-body experience just then, just floating above myself. I think the Cats by 3 goals.
Love it. Look, I've got no reason to disagree with you at this stage after that, but I'm going to for fun. I'll go D's.
You're such like...
Just for fun.
West Coast v Essendon. Eagles 254, Bombers $1.52, the line 11.5. I sense danger here for the Bombers. Prince of Perth and their saviour Harley Reid comes back. And I like what the Eagles are doing over the last month. 2-2, lost narrowly to the Swans, and then a 6-goal loss to the Suns without a Harley Reid. So really that's like a 1-goal win, you'd think.
That's true.
And they're not pushovers like they had been for the first 3 weeks of the season. At home again. No. They're a better team at home. Waterman has just turned himself into a stud, 21 goals, 3rd in the Coleman. Barras will be back as well. And if you thought Scott Pendlebury having 10,000 touches was impressive, Goldstein is coming up to 10,000 hitouts, ladies and gentlemen. 5 more hitouts for Goldie. And I reckon when he gets there, we all just put our hands in the air like this. No. Just like that.
Or high
just tap him. Just high tens.
High tens, but in tap style.
10,000 hitouts. Now, that's a lot. You'd think he would have lost half his hitouts to without a ruckman.
Yeah.
So what's that? He's been in 20,000 contests.
At least.
He's old as shit. I mean, that's a lot of contests.
Hey, you got to say, this is
I
pretty
respect the hell out of it. I respect the absolute hell out of it. Like, I love it so much. Just back to Pendlebury when I said last week, yeah, impressive, but also one of those things that it's like, that's a lot of touches. And I said I would have had around 500 touches. I did not have 500 touches in my career.
Did someone do some snooping?
Worse.
Oh.
I had 276, average 10.6. Pretty good.
Well, it's a lot more than what I'd average.
10.6 is busy.
Yeah.
But like I said, I was on screen a lot, on the TV screen a lot. I was around it.
Visually noisy.
I was visually around it. Goldie and Drape should dominate the ruck here. And just getting the sense for the temperature in the room, the Dons fans are generally nervous about this. Like, they're going well, but this game could just derail everything for them. And they have a right to be nervous, I think.
Totally. And we've seen what Harley Reid can do without a rest. But imagine our man
with a rest.
With a rest.
And being the Prince of Perth. I don't know, yeah. I think, the biggest thing that I'm taking into this game, and to give everyone a sense of where I'm at, I got a vibe again. I've got a vibe about
fizzing.
it. I've got a vibe. I'm sorry, Essendon fans. I think the Eagles get ya.
I love it.
I just think that they find something here. Harley makes this team different, and I just don't like. I don't like how that forward line looks against a McGovern and a Barras. Like genuine key backs.
Yeah.
I think it makes me nervous, that ball going inside 50 against them.
I'm so impressed with what the Eagles have done. Even looking at the odds there, $2.54, not too long ago, that was back out to that North Melbourne $6 range.
Even
so,
Sportsbet respect them.
Yeah. That's saying,
Yeah. So I'm going the Eagles.
Love it. Why not?
Are you backing them?
Yeah, fly Eagles fly.
Fly. Yuck. Oh. Richmond versus Fremantle at the G. Richmond $2.70, Freo $1.47. The line is 12.5. Don't know how the line is 12.5 because Richmond have no one playing for them at the moment. Genuinely, not a soul playing for them. You could walk past Punt Road and you get picked.
Yeah.
It could be an absolute snooze fest, this game. Now, we know Fremantle get great joy out of boring the other team to death, and Richmond played in the most boring half of footy last week we've seen in a long time. So if you are struggling to get to sleep, make sure you record this game, and you can always put it on and you'll be out like a light.
You almost need to do a public service announcement for those who are struggling to sleep.
Guys, if you are struggling to sleep, maybe you got too much on your mind, you're busy, make sure you tune into Richmond versus Fremantle. You will be out like a light. This game will be a complete snooze fest. You'll have nothing to worry about. So,
thanks, Dan.
No worries. Jaden Short might be back, but that would mean that the Tigers, instead of lose, if he's back, then the Tigers would lose by 54 instead of 60.
Okay.
So, that's a big win. And Jai Amos is back as well. Nev, they call him. Never miss.
Good, very good.
Yeah.
I think very good. Sorry, that's very good.
Thank you. Cheers.
Yeah.
I think that this is pretty straightforward. Right, Richmond, we said it's your gap year. Just go and have fun this year. Do what you want to do. Put the boys in funny positions like Oz kick. You don't have enough on the field to compete the way that you all want to compete. And I know you want to compete because you've got that dog in you.
I love the idea if it's just a one big gap year, a Kentucky around Australia.
Yeah, just do whatever. I don't think there's any more to say about this game other than Freo come here and just... And I hope Richmond are competitive because that's the one thing they can bring and they normally do bring. So I hope they're still competitive and make it hard on Freo. But Freo should walk into Melbourne and say, 4 points are out.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go for the Tigers at this one. I don't think they want to be embarrassed at home like that. So
you're on Tigers?
Yeah, I'm
You
on
genuinely
Tigers.
believe that?
Yep.
In your heart of hearts?
It's not going to be a great game, but I genuinely do believe that.
Horrible game. Next game is Dog v Hawks. Now the Dogs are $1.26. The Hawks are $3.90. The line is 4 goals. And Dogs literally, again, I feel like we say this every second week, need to come out and beat the living fuck out of Hawthorn. Like to show everyone that, okay, again, you could play finals. Awesome.
Yeah.
Like, pick. Do you want to be good or do you want to be bad? We're not sure. 7 weeks in, and I cannot, for the life of me, get a read on them. Cannot. I would love if Jamara was back. Sam, Darcy, and Norts have been doing their thing up there. And if those three play together, they could all feast out on this Hawthorn defence. Waitman's out for 6 weeks. Libba could also come back in. So these doggy teeth are getting sharp. They're just sharpening him right now if all these guys come back. And for Hawthorn, just a bad vibe all around. Should have fought for Chol.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. Sam Mitchell was being questioned big time this week by traditional media. Oh, he's actually now in the rebuild. He's 54 games into it. Shut up. Just let him do his thing. He's got a list that he's trying to repair. Your recruiters actually kind of ruined things for him, the way that you've gone about it. So he's now spraying people. We saw him spray Jack Scrimshaw. He's not happy. And we know that he's probably said to the boys, mouth guards.
Oh, yeah.
Mouth guard week.
Yeah.
Still nothing up forward for him. Mitch Lewis is going to miss again. Luke Bruce and the Wizard. The Wizard could come back. Now, we know last time the Wiz played, he had a shot right in front of the goals.
Correct.
And he made the ball disappear out of bounds on the fall. So if the Wizard could come back... I mean, how many times do you get to be able to be called the Wizard until people say, oh, actually, he's not really doing anything Wizard-like?
I reckon like 15 games is enough.
Until we get to know if he's the Wizard or not?
Wizard or not, yeah.
Well, this is your world, Harry Potter. What's the opposite of a wizard? Is there like terminology for someone who's not like a great wizard?
Well, I was going to say if you're not...
Gryffindor!
If you're not a wizard at all, you're a muggle.
The muggle.
Or you're a half-blood. So like, one parent's magical, your other parent's
Imagine
not.
if the wizard gets called a half-blood.
Yeah.
It sounds like a Tassie
And then
thing.
there's a slur for half-bloods.
Really? What is it?
I don't feel comfortable saying it, but it's mudblood. And
Mudblood.
I'm saying that for educational purposes.
Wow.
I wouldn't use that in my own terminology.
Yeah,
But that
that's
is
what it
the
is.
name. So yeah, you've got muggles, half-bloods. God, shut up.
Sorry.
Hey, can I just tell you really, really quickly? I was watching because I was sick this week. I watched all.
No,
the
you told me 20 times the message. Yeah, I know you were sick, man.
I watched all the Harry Potters, and I watched a particularly good game of Quidditch. In the second film, I think everyone can agree is the best Quidditch match, and and I started to get really invested in the professional, like the made-up Quidditch league.
The one that you did your knee in?
No, like in the story within the books.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm like, there is every information on the British and Irish Quidditch League, and it is amazing. Just like, this team's won 100 back-to-back trophies.
Is it actually made up?
Well, yeah, it's Quidditch. It's
Okay, sorry, yeah.
yeah, but like that's just
like
combining my loves,
Well, that'd be like our
you know.
training team when we make up that we've won 100 flags in a row,
Totally.
you know? Yeah, which we are doing still.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry, I got lost.
No,
there.
so just coming back off Harry Potter back into the footy, which I love Harry Potter. I've never seen Harry Potter. I keep saying that to you, but I'm more than open to watching one. It could be no Mitch Lewis, no Chol. The Wizard doesn't play. Maybe Bruce plays. Even if those two play, this could be the worst forward line for Hawthorn we've ever seen in a long time.
In a long time.
And unfortunately for the Hawks, it's on Marvel Stadium as well. So the Hawks will just get put in a blender here. Like the dogs love a track. We know that dogs love running. Greyhounds.
just
What do
score-
greyhounds like doing?
Running,
Running.
sleeping, but
Dapto, the Meadows, doesn't matter. They run.
and they score so quickly.
They light you up.
So
Yeah,
quickly.
light you up. They love playing on Marvel as well. So this will be 10 goals, I think, unfortunately.
Yep.
And last, I'm going to get into this game time in a minute. Brisbane v the Gold Coast, the Q Clash. Two teams that hate each other again. Brisbane $1.47, the Suns are $2.69. The line is 12.5. 7 p.m. on a Sunday. Who signed off on this? Who said we should, hey, you know what's a good idea? The Q Clash on 7 p.m. on a Sunday. Now, Tristan wrote in and said, you know how we have the morgue?
Yeah.
Then we have the graveyard?
Yeah.
We should call this the wake.
The Wake, very good.
So this is the wake.
Very good.
A 7 p.m. game is gross on a Sunday. I actually don't know how many people will get to this game up there in Queensland. It seems like a very hard slot to get yourself to if you have kids or if you got work or maybe be the fact that it's pissing down all week up there.
Yeah.
So it could be wet up there on the Gold Coast.
Let's have a look.
And the big question is, are Brisbane going to respond here and bounce back, or are we going to put a line through them this year? Because I am more than happy to put a line through them if they lose again.
Oh, can I say it is hammering down on Sunday?
Is it?
Absolutely hammering it down.
What have you seen there?
Oh, mate, humidity's up. Participation rates are through the roof.
Participation, rugby.
Participation
Rugby
rates.
participation. Yeah, right. Okay, so
Precipitation,
It's going to be raining cats and dogs, so that's
Yep.
going to be gross as. So I want Brisbane to bounce back because I don't want to rub you off the board.
No.
But if you lose this to the Suns, you're out.
Where does
You're
that
done.
leave the Suns then if they win that?
Top 8 finals are alive, well and truly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, we do know that the Suns despise travelling. They hate it. Now, the game's in Brisbane, and I know that's only an hour drive up there, but still, the boys wouldn't be enjoying that. That would be throwing them out a little bit. So I don't know how they're going to go with the travel. And I love watching Zorko and Tuke Miller go head-to-head. There is some real bad blood. It's not fabricated for the media. It's not put on. They hate each other.
Excuse my ignorance, but where has that been born out of? What, do you remember?
I do slightly vaguely remember. I think it's an off-field incident.
Right.
Yeah.
Read into that what you will.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So a real off-field thing. I mean, I keep saying about Brizzy, it just has to click soon, you know? But I don't know when it's going to be. And I feel like an idiot because we get here every week and say, no, it's going to click. It's going to click and they'll be back. But then every week they get rolled and we don't learn anything about them. So the rain, they played Geelong in the rain. I think that the Suns get them. I think Suns mids are too much for like a row in the rain. Anderson will be fine in the rain. Wits actually counteracts Big O, and if Big O will play.
Yeah.
So if Darcy Fort plays at that factor as well, I think the Suns just get him.
What do we know about, you talk about the slip factor at a certain time on the Gold Coast. Is that the same in Brisbane?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say so.
Yucky.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's going to
Still
be...
yucky. Still yucky. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, depends how much rain is there. If it's gross like drizzle, it won't be too bad. If it's just pouring shit show rain, then forget about it. That's a flip a coin.
Yeah,
But I think
yeah.
if it's a light drizzle, the Suns get them.
Ooh, I
If
like
it's dry, completely blown dry, Lions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, I'm going to go Lions on this one.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thanks for sharing.
No worries. Guys, that takes us to the end of our preview. Big round coming up. I cannot wait to be back at the G. I haven't been in the G in 6 weeks. It's going to be good to be back. Going to be great to be back at the fucking Corner Hotel. I love the Corner so much. Just seeing you guys and cheersing you. Now, don't tap me on the bum. We're not doing that this week. That got a bit creepy last time. So we're going to not do that. But I can't wait to be back at the footy. We love footy. We also have Sports Bets feed. And I keep telling you, jump on board. Last week, 1,100 copies of our bet. And we're going to do it again this week. Here is this week's multi. Adelaide to beat Power in the showdown. Carlton to beat Pies. St Kilda to beat North easily. Freo to beat Richmond. And the Dogs to beat the Hawks. Jump on board or you miss out. Sports Bets feed. So guys, thank you so much for listening again. We think this is the dumbest and stupidest footy show going around.
Well, I mean, during one of the previews, you farted.
Talk about my
and we
anal
didn't
glands.
even laugh, and then we just went, okay, now we're moving on.
And spoke about anal glands. So thank you guys, honestly now again, thank you so much for listening. The stuff that we're seeing on our back ends here and you guys listening and just the way that you're embracing us, we can't thank you enough. So you guys make the show and we will see you on Monday where we find out if I'm happy or sad. Up the Baggers.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.